it's my great pleasure to introduce my good friend, Dave Rubin.
Thank you, Yoram. That was pretty good. I have a torn ACL in my left knee, and I just hopped a stage for you guys. That's pretty solid. I quickly just want to offer some of that decency right back to you, because I think there's been three people who have probably affected my thinking the most in these last, say, 5 years or so. Jordan Peterson, of course, who everybody knows, who I toured with for a year and a half, who just, if you're around that intellectual powerhouse and that just energy of personal responsibility and setting yourself right before you set the world right. If that doesn't change you in a year and a half, then nothing will. So I would say Jordan. I would say, of course, Dennis Prager, who has become a good friend and confidant of mine, and you, Jerome. You've really done that for me. You've helped me crystallize my thinking in a way that a guy who literally 5 years ago, believe it or not, I was a Bernie Sanders supporter. You can boo if you want. That's fine. But I was. You can see videos of it on YouTube. And here I am at the National Conservatism Conference. And not only am I here, but I'm very happy to be here. And I'm actually very excited to be here. I should tell you guys also that I come from a place called California. Now you can really boo if you want to boo. It's a horrible, horrible place. I may not go back. This might be it for me. I'm going to just stay at Disney World, I think. That would be fine, yeah. I've had a lot of people offer me their homes, actually, in Florida. People are very nice. But there is something happening in the world. We know something happening, and it's something quite horrific. It is something that has happened before, and something that if we do what we are supposed to do, and if this conference can piece together some of the ideas here of how we can sort of blend what I would say are good classical liberal traditions with true conservative principles, I think we can actually stem some of the onslaught that is coming. 5 or 6 years ago, when I considered myself on the left and I started saying, guys, we liberals, why are we shouting down all the speakers? Why are we calling everyone racist? Why are we calling everyone homophobes? This can't be. This doesn't make sense. We're not defending our own principles. We're not defending free speech, all of this stuff. A lot of the pushback that I would get, and there was plenty of it, was, oh, Dave, this is just on college campuses. Don't worry, it's just a bunch of blue-haired college kids, and they're not going to do anything. And the line that I would always hear, of course, was, when they hit the real world. When they hit the real world, then they'll figure out what's what. And I think if we've seen anything in these last 5 years, it's that the real world folded pretty quickly, pretty freaking quickly. And it's on all of us, and I would include myself in that. We did something wrong. I think something happened, and I think perhaps we're watching the end of the liberal order, that just freedom for the sake of freedom with nothing else behind it and nothing eternal, it does not work. You end up indoctrinating your own children to not know what gender they are, and then you push racism into the system in the name of anti-racism. We all know something is not right. Everyone knows it, and we have to do a better job defending it. So that really is why I'm so proud to be here. And I think, the next part for all of us will be not just talking about these things, but figuring out how we're going to incorporate them into our lives to fight back. We did, my tech company Locals, we just merged with Rumble this week, as I'm sure many of you heard. And I think this is one of the moments that we will remember as a moment that we fought against big tech, because it's not just college professors we're fighting, and it's not just Democratic politicians, and it's not just Brian Stelter and Don Lemon. I wish we had a better class of enemies sometimes. But it's not just these people. It is now fueled by big tech algorithms that are silencing us and deplatforming us and making sure that they what do? They de-rank things and they unbias search results. They're doing all sorts of things, and as I often say on the show, it's not the ways that they're manipulating us that we know about that I'm really worried about. It's the ways that they're manipulating us that we have no idea, and I assure you they exist. So the move that we made this week was to strengthen the fight. And I say that not as self-promotion for Locals or Rumble, but I say that as something that every one of us, every one of you in this room, and everyone you're going to talk to outside of this, your family members, the people you work with, we have to stop participating in the lie. We are really close to that final precipice. Like, it will all just go away. You know, it doesn't matter what you think about vaccines per se. It doesn't matter what you think about trans issues. It really doesn't. What this is all coming down to is, will you be able to exist on planet Earth in a Western society with some level of choice for yourself? And a lot of people are just kind of saying, no, they can inject my child with whatever they want. They can tell me what to do. They can tell me to stay home. They can keep me in a mask forever. And we're watching it happen. And now you can sort of see, you know, we live in this weird time where everybody's called a Nazi, right? All of us, I'm sure everyone in this room has been called a Nazi. They've butchered language in such a profoundly horrific way. But I think something that we now also see in these last couple of years is not just that the world folded as quickly as it did, and the institutions that were supposed to defend us decided to get in on the madness. It's not just that. It's that you can now sort of see how the Nazis came to power, right? We can all sort of see it. I don't think I could see it 4 years ago, but now you can kind of see it because we're othering people. Oh, those people, not only are they racist, but now they're diseased and they're going to kill you and the rest of it. So we are fighting something truly extraordinary. But I will say this, because every day on my show, I cover the news and I try not to have people depressed at the end. There's enough channels on where you can be depressed or angry, or you got to drink through them or whatever it is. And I truly, truly believe we can turn this thing around. We really can, but it's going to take work. It's going to be what I said before about we have to stop participating in the lie, whatever that means in your own life, to just stop and start fighting back, whatever that means to you. And then it's to build new things. So we're already doing that on the tech side. And then more than anything else, especially if you're someone that attends a conference like this, start telling people what you think. Start telling people what you think. I have no doubt every single person in this room is involved in many relationships that your friends don't know what you really think about the world, that your family members don't know what you think about politics. And I don't mean that because politics should be religion. Politics should not be religion. But people that are in your circles should know what you think. And the more that we sit there quietly and acquiesce to their madness, the more they will take. They will take, and it will be on all of us. So we'll do this conference next year, and things will be worse. So my job, as I understand it, is to communicate some of these ideas to you guys, and then my hope is that your job is to take that into your life and do something with it. So I'm very excited about the next few days. I'm honored to be part of this, and I hope everyone enjoys the conference. And let's go Brandon. Thank you guys.
If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about politics instead of nonstop yelling, check out our politics playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.